Hi, I'm Patrick Risley. I'm pastor and teaching elder at First Presbyterian Church, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and welcome to today's daily devotional that we call This One Thing, where we go to the daily revised lectionary to one of our scriptures of the day, and we pull out one thread that we want to remember for the day. Well, today, this one thing is going to be taken from Matthew's Gospel, Matthew chapters 26, verses 69 to 75. And the one thing I want us to remember today is this. All of us will at one time or another deny Jesus. But the good news is, He is gracious and wants to bring us home and reconcile. Today our story comes, Jesus has been arrested. He has been taken to the high priest Caiaphas's home, and Jerusalem is buzzing with people. Thousands and thousands of people have come to the city for Passover. So there are a lot of outside guests, distinguished guests from other countries, other religious officials, other political officials from Rome. And so Jesus is dragged into Caiaphas's house the night he was arrested. And he was beaten. He was made fun of, taunted, spit on, slapped. And meanwhile, the rock of the church, Peter, had followed Jesus from a distance and had seen where he had gone. Peter watched as Jesus was pulled through the courtyard of Caiaphas into his house. Peter could see the commotion. And Peter, just a while before, had promised to Jesus, I will never betray you. And Jesus reminded him, my friend, you will deny me 3 times before the rooster crows. Sure enough, Peter goes to the courtyard. A slave girl comes up and asks him, hey, you knew him, didn't you? And Peter, all he could say is, I don't know what you're talking about. And he leaves. He goes outside a little further away from the courtyard, and there, warming himself by the fire with soldiers and others, another servant girl comes by and says, wait a minute, I saw you. You knew Jesus. And Peter again, he denied it. I don't know the man. And then a little bit later on, someone else sees him, a bystander, and says, I know I've seen you with this Jesus. I can tell by your accent, you're from Galilee. And Peter once again denied Jesus. I don't know the man. And at that point, early in the morning, the rooster crowed. Friends, we often think of betrayal of Jesus, we think of Judas. But we also have to remember that Peter, one of the quote-unquote good guys, he also betrayed and denied Jesus. Friends, the reality is we all at one time or another deny our Lord. And Jesus looks at us, winces, and feels deep sadness. But the good news is that Jesus is Jesus. Jesus, through the grace of what he endured that night in Caiaphas's courtyard and on Golgotha, on the cross, the redemption that happened in the resurrection on Easter morning. It was because of all of that Jesus was able to come to Peter again and say, Peter, do you love me? I love you. Feed my sheep. Friends, think about how the church, how we deny Jesus to the world, to others. Maybe it's through gossip of other church members or other Christians behind their backs, where we assassinate personalities. Well, we betray Jesus and deny Jesus because we deny to see the image of God in that person. Perhaps we deny Jesus in subtle business dealings. We press a single woman newly divorced to sign a contract knowing that she doesn't need to do that, but you'll get an extra commission on it. So you push it anyway. We've denied Jesus. We failed to see the image of God in her. Friends, we know that we have denied Jesus when our inner self is in conflict with our outer action. We call that integrity. When our inner self and beliefs are in conflict with what we say, with what we do, pause a moment and ask yourself, am I being a Peter? Am I denying Jesus? But if so, remember this one thing. Because of Jesus' grace, though we deny him, he will not deny us. He cannot deny his own nature. Friends, I will see you Sunday. Be blessed.